There are people who vanish. There are people who die. And then, there are the ones who return when they absolutely should not. There are few stories the police won't talk about. This is one of them. In 1997, in a small forgotten town called Brackett Ridge, a man named Elias Warren died. Not disappeared, not missing, not presumed. He died. There was a death certificate. There was a witness. There was a body. Elias was 42 years old, a quiet machinist, the type of man nobody really noticed until the day he suddenly collapsed at work. A heart attack, clean and simple. He was buried on a Thursday, under a slate gray sky that looked just as tired as he had been in life. For most people, that's where the story ends. But this is not most people, and this is not that story. 3 months after Elias died, his sister Mara saw him standing across the street. Same posture, same faded denim jacket, same way he tilted his head slightly to the left, like he was listening to something only he could hear. She froze. Blink. Gone. She convinced herself it was grief. Nothing more. But the next week, her neighbor, an older man who barely spoke English, knocked on her door trembling. He swore he had watched Elias walk up the driveway, stop at the front steps and stare at the door before turning away. Mara told him, "That's impossible." But the neighbor shook his head. Adamant, "No mistake. I know dead when dead is walking." Word spread quietly. Soft at first, like mold under wallpaper. Then more sightings. Always fleeting, always silent. Elias standing near the old mill. Elias sitting alone at the bus station bench. Elias staring into the hardware store window like he was trying to remember something inside. Nobody wanted to admit it, but everyone felt the same thing. He wasn't lost. He wasn't wandering. He was looking. The town got its first answer when police found Elias's body again, in the exact same alley where he collapsed the first time. Same man, same clothes, same scar on the left hand. The only difference? This time, the coroner said his death was less than 24 hours old. Mara demanded answers. The sheriff offered none. Report filed. Body buried again. Case closed. Officially. Unofficially? The sheriff started carrying a Bible in his coat pocket. For a while, nothing. Life returned to the usual loneliness of Brackett Ridge. The locals went on pretending the world made sense again. But patterns, real patterns, never die that easily. When the air grew cold and the fog rolled heavy along the ridges, he came back. Not a ghost, not a hallucination. People saw him breathe. People saw him blink. People saw him watching them. This time he wasn't drifting. He was following. One resident, a school bus driver named Annette, told a reporter years later, every morning for a week straight, he would stand by the stop sign. Just stand there. Never stepped closer. Never stepped away. Eyes on me. Like he was waiting for permission. Everything escalated on a fog-heavy Wednesday morning. A teenager named Louis was biking across the old railway bridge when he saw a man standing at the midpoint, motionless. As Louis approached, the man lifted his head. It was Elias. Face gray. Eyes unfocused. Breathing like each inhale was teaching him how to be alive. Louis did what any sane kid would do. He turned around to leave. But Elias suddenly spoke. His voice was broken, stitched together wrong, like each word was borrowed. "I can't stay here." When Louis looked back again, Elias was gone. Not walked away. Gone. Straight drop, no sound, gone. The next day, the sheriff sealed the bridge with metal fencing. But by then, everyone knew the truth. Elias wasn't coming back. He was back, and he wasn't staying dead anymore. The third time they found him was the worst. A farmer spotted a figure lying near the property fence. When officers arrived, they confirmed what the town already feared. Elias again. Same face, same fingerprints. Except this time, he looked younger. Not drastically, but noticeably. This wasn't decomposition. This was reversal, renewal. The coroner's report said his cells showed signs of regeneration not seen in human biology. The state police confiscated the report. The coroner resigned that same night. The next morning, every street in Brackett Ridge felt like it was holding its breath. Years later, researchers would call it a temporal echo phenomenon. Locals just called it the curse. But Mara noticed what everyone else missed. Every time Elias returned, he came back closer. Closer to home. Closer to family. Closer to something unfinished. His first return was miles away. Second, at the mill. Third, near the property line. By the time of the fourth return, Mara said she could hear footsteps in her hallway at night. Soft, uneven, repeating. She told the sheriff. The sheriff told her to move. She didn't. She couldn't. One night, Mara woke to her bedroom door clicking open. Not creaking, not pushed, clicked, like someone who remembered the mechanism. She saw a silhouette in the doorway. Shorter this time, hair darker, body thinner. It was Elias again. But now he looked maybe 35, 10 years younger than the man she buried. He stepped forward, slow and trembling, like each movement cost him something. His voice, quiet. "You left me." Mara whispered back, "I buried you." Elias shook his head, not angry. Confused. "No, not that time." And he vanished, not into thin air, but like he slipped sideways into a place the room couldn't hold. Authorities searched Mara's home after she stopped answering calls. No sign of struggle, nothing broken, no blood, just one item on the dining table, a single notebook. Inside were her final entries. The last one said, "He isn't returning from death, he's returning from different moments. I don't think he's one man. I think he's all the lives he lived, bleeding through at once." Another line scribbled underneath, "Shakier. And every version is getting closer to the moment he didn't get to finish." The journal ended there. Mara was never found. Not even a trace. Brackett Ridge is nearly abandoned now, but the few who remain tell the same story. There's a man who walks the ridge roads at night. Sometimes older, sometimes younger, sometimes barely human looking at all. Always the same face. Always the same quiet trembling. Always walking towards something. And every few years, a fresh body is found. Not decomposed. Not aged. Just new. As if time spat him out again. As if he keeps landing here. As if he's trying to correct something across timelines, across versions of himself, across realities. Some researchers believe Elias is trapped between branching paths of his own existence, collapsing into this town again and again like a skipped frame in reality. Locals don't care about theories. They just say, he died once, he died again, and he'll die again. But he will always come back. Some mysteries want answers. Others want witnesses. And some, they just want to come home. Text on screen. Like, subscribe, and remember, some doors don't stay closed.